Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and today we are going to talk about condition statements in abap report like if else if, case and case, do and do. So if else if we talk about, it will look like this. So example, if and then condition you can put, and then inside that, if and if block, you will need to write the statement block. And there is another pattern as well, like for example, if and then condition and then else part and then again the statement block thing. And then another thing is there, like if, and again there is a if else if condition, so you can pass again one condition here. So if it gets true, the statement, the execution will start from here only. And then else statement, if nothing matches and now condition matches, then this will come here directly. So next we will talk about the case and case. So how this will look, this will look something like this, like case and then your function, and then if it is function 1, then this statement will execute. If it is function 2, then this. If nothing matches, then others, and then statement block another. And then the do and do condition statement, like do and times statement block and do. So now let's quickly revise what we learned in the last video. So we talked about work area and internal table in SAP ABAP report. We learned about the various operations like insert operation, append operation, and delete operation, as well as and loop statement we talked about. And then we talked about the modify operation as well. So now close it, and yeah, we can close this session. We don't need this. So we will be doing some changes in our existing program only, where we develop the selection screen, something like this, display change and multiple selection screen elements. So we will be modifying this program only. So now let's quickly talk about the if else if part. So for example, or we can try to do some changes in the existing only. For example, in the ZM only, because we have already some data here, so we can make a use of this program. That's not an issue. So let's quickly see here only if else if. So if you enter here if, and then you need to provide some condition. For example, if you see, or what we can do, we can directly go inside that loop, and then we can utilize that if statement. For example, if, and then you can hit and tab key, and it will automatically show you the code here. So you need to directly put your condition. So we will be picking here the work area, and then you can pick any value, like for example, jet burner for reference purpose. So we will be making a condition, like if jet burner is equal to, for example, let's pick 7292 here, or just pick 7291, 7291. Or so if it is jet burner 7291, then we want to print something on the selection screen, like for example, write uh, something like value is value is, and then the this field value here. Now try to save it, do the syntax check. Yeah, it is good, and then we can do pretty printer as well. So this is how we can use the if statement. And now let's try to activate it as well, and then we will see in the debugging. Let's put the breakpoint here and execute it. So let's see first of all what data we have in our internal table. So we have data something like this. So we have some appending zeros. So we will be needing that in our if statement as well, if we want to do. So for example, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 appending zeros are there. Okay, because the data type is numeric 10, because four values is this, and then 6 zeros are leading zeros are there. So let's suppose we are executing and just do F5. So here our values is 0007291. So if it matches, then it will come inside. The cursor will go inside. If it not, it directly goes to this statement. So now let's do F5. Yeah, it's matching because it's internally it is referring to that value only. So that is why it is coming inside. Otherwise, it would have not come. So yeah, it's perfectly working. Now let's do F5 again, and now it is going again, and then it will execute. Let's execute. So it will print on the output. So yeah, value is 007,291. So our code is working perfectly fine. Now let's quickly check the other condition like if, else, and if. For example, let's put another else condition here, and then we can write like write and then no value exists. Yeah, do the pretty printer, do the syntax check always, and try to activate it. So let's suppose we have this value and we are here deleting already. Let's for now comment this line so that we get the 3 rows in our internal table. And now what we will do, for example, if it is like not equal to 7291, suppose the loop is running 3 times here, right? So if it next time the data will be having 7292 here, and it will check for 7291. So we should get the output like value is this on the first time, then 2 time no value exit should come. So let's see in the debugging mode to the F5 here, right? So we will see the value here 7291 it is because in the first loop it is 7291 only, then 7292, then 7293. So again do the F5. So it will come inside, right? It is working fine. Then it will work as it is. We are not modifying as of now. Then the next loop will come. Now the value is 7292. So now the if condition will be failed. So let's do the F5. Yeah, so it came to else part, right? So it will print no value exists on screen. Again, if you do F5, F5, and then again F5, and then again F5, now the value is 7293 if you can see here. So now if you do a F5 again, it will go to else part, right? So that is how the if else if condition works. So example value is, then it is printing this name that we have here. If you see here in the code, value is the name and then email ID. So that is what we are getting in the output value, name, and then no value exists, and then John no value exists, and then Ram XYZ is the later part that we are printing through the print statement that we can even comment it here like this, right? So as of now we can even comment it as well because we don't want to modify it. We are just printing the right statements here, and we can comment it as well so that we only print only these output. And now if we want to suppose the make use of else if condition here, you just need to let's just copy it and just place it here and just write else if part here and do the syntax check. And now what we will do, instead of 7291 we will be used now 7293. So 7291, 7293 exist here. So this should write the valid value. For example, right here, and then do the pretty printers, do the syntax check and try to activate it. So now the value should come like first the value is this will print, and then the second that will check it for 7292, but 7292 will not exist here. So it will print no value exist, and then the third loop it will print this value 7293. So let's execute it directly and see the output. Just do the effort again and see value is 7291 because it is there, then 7292 it was not there, so it printed no value exists because we put some condition like this only. So that is how the if else if works. Now let's quickly talk about the do and do first. So for example, if I want to print some data, for example, I want to print some data 3 times. As of now, I will just make use of write statement only for understanding purpose. So I will print like value of index, that is the system variable that stores the current loop pass. As I mentioned here, the loop pass of the current loop being executed, it will show you. So the value of index here, like you can mention side index. It will give you the current iteration number. Let's do the pretty printer thing, do the syntax check again and try to activate it. And now we will put some breakpoint here and let's try to execute it. Now if you see here, we are using do and do loop, and let's go click on F5 button here. It will come inside and now you can double click on this side index thing. It will show you 1, like the iteration is 1. Now again if you do F5 and it will come again. Now the side index is 2 and now the side index is 3. So it will print 3 statements in the output screen. Now do the F8 button here. So it will show you like this: value of index 1, value of index 2, value of index 3. So this is how the do and do works here. Even instead of that, you can declare some variable here, like for example, do data lv underscore times type numeric type numc, or you can mention like type I as well, and you can mention, for example, and then you can assign your some values here like lv times is equal to 2, and then what you can do is just replace with lv times variable, so it will automatically run this many times. Do the syntax check, try to activate it, right? So it when you just let's just execute it directly, see the output. So here you will see that 2 times it gets printed because we set the value as 2. For example, if you want to print 5 times, you can write 5 here, or if you want to run loop 5 times, you can just put 5 times here. Let's try to activate it and just print it. So it will print your output in 5 ways. Now let's quickly talk about the case and case statement that we are seeing here. So let me quickly take you to the our previous program, so it will be easier for you to understand the case and case statement here. So let me take you here and let's use the event report event at selection screen. So here we will be using the case and case statement. So if you just press enter case and then do the tap the press key on your keyboard, it will automatically give you the syntax of case and case. You can do the syntax check, it will give you some error obviously. Do the pretty printer, and now what you can do, you can just use a system variable here, for example sciucom, and then we can use the buttons that we have declared above, like push buttons we have to write. So we can make a use of this. So example, this if I use because I have already defined user command is, and then we have another user command is change, that we can use it here. So that will be easier for you to understand it and maybe to visualize it. So for example, let's do the pretty printer and do the syntax check here. And for example, I will be using the message statement as of now to show you some messages like display button clicked type information message we will be using as of now. The type I you can give. Similarly, we can give here message change button clicked, and for this we can give a type like an S as well, example this, so it will give you the success message at like this only. And when others, we want to throw some error, for example, message unwanted, or you will not get even because we are not having that scenario. So just type unwanted click. So try, we can use it as an error. And then do the pretty printer and do the syntax check, try to activate it, and then put a breakpoint here. So as soon as we execute our report and click on any of the button, like for example, let's click on this display button here, and it will take you to the debugging mode. And now what we will see, it will, the SIUCOM field is the system variable structure. So SIUCOM will automatically will be having your DISP value that we declared here. So this is the same thing that we are getting here because we clicked on display button. So if you press the F5 here, so we are making use of case and case statement, as you know. So it will check for case disp. So we are passing function as a disp. So it will check for here like whether some statement is equivalent to that or not. So now let's to quickly do the F5 here. So it matches this statement. So it will go inside and perform this statement. It will execute the statement and give you some kind of information, which is like display button click. Now so if you just do the effect thing, it will give you output like this display button click. So similarly, if you clicked on this change button, it will having your SciComm now change as mentioned here. So if you just do the F5, it will check for likely here like display it is not equivalent, change it is equivalent. So it will come inside and will give you a message like change button clicked when I executed this report. So see, change button click message is coming. So this is how the case and case statement works. So I hope you understand this video, and let's quickly revise what we learned today. So we talked about the case and case statement at selection screen event as well, how we can utilize in a web report, and then we also talked about the if else if condition here, like if else if and if else combination as well, and then we talked about do and do statement. So yeah, guys, so stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.